Hello everyone. Welcome to Daily English Practice. Improve your English through stories. Once upon a time, in a quiet countryside, there lived a simple and content country mouse. He spent his days collecting grains, nuts, and berries, enjoying the fresh air, and sleeping peacefully in his cozy little burrow under a large oak tree. His life was simple but fulfilling, and he never asked for more. One day, his cousin from the city, the town mouse, came to visit. The town mouse was dressed in a fine coat, his whiskers were neatly trimmed, and he carried himself with great confidence. "Cousin, how have you been?" the country mouse greeted him warmly. "I am well, dear cousin, but I must say, your home is quite small and simple," the town mouse replied, looking around. The country mouse smiled. "It may be simple, but I have everything I need here. Would you like to stay for dinner?" The town mouse agreed, and the country mouse prepared a meal of fresh grains, dried berries, and nuts. They sat on the soft grass under the stars, enjoying the meal. But the town mouse was not pleased. "My dear cousin, how do you live like this? Your food is dry and tasteless, and your home is so plain. In the town, we have grand feasts with cheese, cakes, and fresh bread. You must come with me and see how wonderful life is in the city." The country mouse hesitated. He loved his simple life, but he was also curious. "Very well," he said. "I will come with you and see this grand life you speak of." The journey to the city. The next morning, they set off for the city. The country mouse had never traveled so far, and the noise of the town was overwhelming. The streets were filled with carriages, people shouting, and tall buildings that seemed to touch the sky. The air was thick with the smell of food, smoke, and dust. When they reached the town mouse's home, the country mouse was amazed. It was inside a grand house, with marble floors, tall glass windows, and beautiful furniture. "Welcome to my home," the town mouse said proudly. That night, the town mouse took his cousin to the kitchen. There, on the dining table, was a feast fit for a king: cheese of all kinds, freshly baked bread, sweet cakes, and fruits of every color. The country mouse's eyes widened. "I have never seen so much food in my life." "Eat, my dear cousin, eat as much as you like," the town mouse said. The country mouse eagerly took a bite of a large piece of cheese. It was soft and delicious, unlike anything he had ever tasted. Just as he was about to take another bite, he heard a loud noise, bang. The kitchen door swung open, and a huge cat entered, its eyes glowing in the dim light. "Run," the town mouse whispered urgently. The country mouse dropped his food and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him. The cat chased them around the room, knocking over plates and glasses. Finally, the mice squeezed into a small hole in the wall, panting heavily. "That was close," the country mouse gasped. The town mouse chuckled. "Ah, that's just part of city life. You get used to it." The country mouse did not find it funny. His heart was still racing. More dangers in the city. After some time, the town mouse led his cousin to another room where the food was stored. "Here, we can eat in peace," he said. The country mouse was still nervous but hungry. He took a bite of a sweet cake and sighed with delight. But before he could enjoy another bite, a loud barking sound filled the air. "Oh no! The dog!" the town mouse cried. A large dog came rushing in, barking and growling. Once again, the mice ran for their lives. They barely managed to escape into another small hole in the wall. The country mouse trembled. "Is it always like this?" he asked. The town mouse laughed. "Yes, but look at all this food. Isn't it worth the risk?" The country mouse shook his head. "No, cousin, this is not the life for me. I would rather have my simple meals in peace than live in fear every day." The town mouse shrugged. Suit yourself. But I could never live in the boring countryside. The country mouse's decision. The next morning, the country mouse decided to return home. The town mouse walked him to the edge of the city. Are you sure you want to go back? The town mouse asked. Yes, the country mouse replied. I may not have fancy food, but I have peace, fresh air, and a safe home. That is more valuable to me than any feast. The town mouse nodded. I will miss you, cousin, but I respect your choice. With that, the country mouse returned to his quiet home in the countryside. He never forgot the city and its luxuries, but he never regretted his decision. From that day on, he was even more grateful for his simple and peaceful life. Subscribe the channel for more interesting stories.